Welcome to my channel. My name is Onyinye. I hope you are paying attention to the world powers. When we say world powers, I'm not talking only about United States of America. I'm talking about what is going on in the European Union, the Russia war, the Ukraine war, what 2026 needs to offer you. Okay? It needs to offer you a good opportunity, but I'm just going to be here to say I will do the devil advocate today. The devil advocate is this, that the world is not getting better. The world will not add more money on your pockets. African leaders are being used against each other. Okay? So, Africa, I'm not a doomsayer, but I'm just telling you by the statistics, by the data, by all the information that is out here, Africa will be worse in 2026 than it was in 2025. You know what is American economic politics in this 2026? Do you know what Trump has signed up for against British Empire? Do you know that? This is not a political channel, but this is a channel that links us to a better life, good money in our pocket, and good life and sustenance of our ability and capacity to work hard and take care of ourselves. All these things I'm saying, they all are connected with money and politics, but you will not understand it. You will understand that today you need more money. Happy New Year, by the way. And I hope that 2026 bring a better opportunity, a better life, a better money. And I hope that whatever happened in the past, somebody like me, I had a rough past. 2020 to 2024 was a turbulent time in my life. It shocked my mental stability. It shocked my financial stability. It shocked the core soul of my, life. It nearly killed me. What people see is this woman that make up, is this woman that come here, wear my wig and sit in front of you. Life has never been so good to me since 2020 to 2024. Then I took a break and I said, okay, let me go and heal before I come back to sit in front of you. Because when life started happening to me in 2020, I came here every day to mask it. I was saying I can move on with life. I can do this thing. I don't want to heal, but I know that I can heal and be doing what I'm doing. But life, the final straw was 2024. It shocked me that I wanted to jump into suicide pavilion, but God saved me. Okay? So I came back 2025 March. I think I did my first video when I came back in February, ending 22nd or 23rd of February. Then March, I have to design my goals and start. So my goal is 1 year plan, and I'm not pushing myself hard because of what I have went through, and I'm recovering. And thank God for all of you that keep, people, most of you know me personally here. They will come and tell me, okay, what of the children of your uncles or your sister-in-law that died, after the kidney transplant? What is happening to their children and all that? We are all doing fine, okay? We are moving on with our life. Me, I don't have parents anymore. I've got the only younger brother managing my business in Nigeria that just died. Okay, so we have buried him. We have moved on, and we keep on praying to move on so that there will be no dead uncles and, aunties, they left kids. So, when you see me here, I'm no longer having like my children to take care of. These people, uncles and my aunties, they left 16 kids in total. So life will be so hard as we keep on moving on. But so far there's life. And I want to tell you today, no matter what it is, I'm in a place that I'm making peace with death. That is part of life. I'm in that phase at the moment because I'm healing. I'm trying to accept like what life has started throwing at me since I was 12. That was when my mother was first diagnosed. So you can see, when I come here and tell you that this my channel is a budget channel, because I'm coming out from somewhere. And most of you are coming out from that kind of hole I came out from. So when I sit here to do video, I know the video I can do to make more money. You think I don't know? God, I know the video, but I'm someone that know that Nigeria government don't have your interest. Imagine I'm sitting in Nigeria, still working in Oceanic Bank, and the Oceanic Bank collapsed. And I started roaming about to go and do banking contract stuff. You know, most of you, I've got a friend that's still working in a core bank, and today the salary has never since I left banking industry has not jumped from 47,000 I was paid to 100, at least 150 to 200. The salary is still below that. Imagine that. Left bank 2008 and the salary is still not above 200. Imagine 208 till now is what year? 17 good years. So when I came here, I tell you, look, I have seen it. Although I started young in my life because I was so ambitious, but I have seen, at least I did 5 years engineering, came out of school before I even turned 23. Yes. So I know what, when I tell you something, you have to take, you see, 2026. I'm not going to be say, I did night vigil yesterday, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. You know, like Nigerian Christians, they will say 2026 will be good. No, it will be so bad. You don't know what Trump is doing in America. Trump is saying that we are not going to be taking care of anybody. We are not going to be doing anything for anybody. We are not going to be going to war for anybody. We will fight our war. We will eat our money. We will make our money. We will eat our money. All those supports we give to IMF, we are not going to do it. Let me just tell you one thing that you don't understand about IMF and about this Tinubu, why people don't like Tinubu. Tinubu is a southern Nigerian governor one time for Lagos State. He is in South, so most Southerners supposed to support him. But the problem is, most of you think it's tribal, is anything. He keep on borrowing more money. Let me just tell you what is happening. You borrow this, and the bank said, when you are coming, you should come with this you borrowed us, and you should come with this. So this is our soul, and this is the thing Tinubu borrowed. So Tinubu, we don't even have this thing to add on top of it. Okay, this is you don't know the economic situation of your economic situation. You think the francophone that are chasing their political democracies or whatever, or democratic or whatever you call it, or democracies, because those presidents don't look at Cameroon. Cameroon still have a man that is already, I don't know what to say. I just don't want to be, this is a new year. But, somebody have sitting in the affair of their country for more than 40 years. And imagine a youth will be saying, the youth are leaders of tomorrow. Can someone from Cameroon say that? It's impossible. Leaders of which tomorrow? Even the ancestors are still reading. And you say you're leaders of tomorrow. So that one is bygone. Iran youths are marching the streets. Iran police has gone. Iran police, there's no police, there's no military. Both of them have gone. Iran is no longer an Islamic Republic of Iran, or whatever you call it. But let me just tell you what 2026 will bring. There's a war between British Empire and United States of America. This is the only place you will hear it, because we follow the money. Yes. Wherever the politics is going, we'll be looking at the politics, we'll be looking at the money. There's a very, very heavy war between British Empire and what we call a United States of American Empire. Okay, let me just give you a tip of IB. We are in UK. United Kingdom just came one day and said they are creating Palestinian states. For most of you that are good in listening to news, let me just give you, before I go on to the video of today. Then the Israel, look at the whole world. You know, most of you, maybe you're not following international politics. If you're following international politics, you will know about Yemen, you will know about Somaliland and Somalia. These are two different countries. Then Israel went on 2 days ago and said that Somalia as a nation has been divided. Okay? You remember that this country we call Sudan was only Sudan. Now, South Sudan was created after 30 years war. It was created. Then the Arab in the southeast and the blacks that are fighting for their own life were in the other side, Sahara. Then UAE were accused of sponsoring them. And Iran was among those countries. They are making Israel lives so, bad. Then what happened? Israel said, no, I have to take out all these policies of Iran first before I can dismantle Iran. That is what the very game changer that started all this war. Then this man started taking all of them and took all of them. And what's happened today was Iran is no more. Okay. Now, this is where they didn't stop there. They said, okay, British people, since you people went to go and say, hey, you have created Palestinian state, we are creating Somaliland, we are dividing Somalia. Because Somalia was, I think, it's Italy and the other country where they're colonizers or whatever you call it. So Italy said, no, we don't want to get into that because when it has to do with arms, as a government to be putting in billions of dollars, it's not easy. With the Italian woman there ran said, no, don't call us. You people should deal with it. So Israel has started, another war, but it's economic war, which means Iran and Yemen, Houthis, the people you people call Houthis, blocked international seaports. That's where Horns, whatever, Horn or whatever they call it. That's where all the 80% of world shipping, whatever, pass through. Israel went to go and divide that country and said, no, you see those ones that will be protecting this thing that going this side. Since you people in Europe, you people are telling us that you want to create Palestinian. We want to create another thing that will be taxing you. We will help them to tax you. So which means Europe will be so hot. There's not any money in IMF. So if Nigeria collapses today, Tinubu will not see anywhere to go and run and get money. That is why tax started today. I've been telling you, stop listening to VDM. VDM is a distractor. Because what VDM is doing, he started well, but he is not facing the challenges. This guy is above 30 years. He's not seeing where the world is going. Now, the taxman has landed. Let's see how you're being paid 70,000 naira. And Tinubu is saying, any money that you receive from abroad, whether you receive it from your uncle, your auntie, so my dear, it's not only your money. Nigeria need that money. Nigeria need that money. So 2026, you know how you will sit? You will sit like this, and you will use this, my son's stockings. You will use seatbelt and tie yourself because there will be a bumpy ride. If you have 100,000 in your account, the money you have is 80,000 naira, except you are dealing with cash now. That is why Bank Nigeria, they started by crippling the cash policy. Because if you don't have the cash in your hands, the government can take what they want. So now they've started with telling you cashless policy. Cashless policy is good on paper, but where it starts and ends is that the governor of your central bank, they want to be talking to the president to know how much you will be taking from your money. That is it. So far you're not doing cashless. If you're getting 100,000 naira today, you are having only 80,000 naira because we don't have anything to use our oil is now useless. We didn't build with the oil, or when the oil prices were so good. Okay, so our oil in the markets is not doing like this. That's why Saudi Arabia, they are opening their country. They're saying you can come and build a club. You don't know what is happening there. You think if you know what is happening in the world, you understand. They are opening their country, say you can come and build club. This is Saudi Arabia telling you can come and build club. You can come and now drink beer. Saudi Arabia before they can chop your this thing if you go there and drink. But they are saying I'm coming because they want investment. They want you to bring money. There's no money anywhere because Trump said no. We are not going to be funding. We are not going to be giants of dumb leaders. Or we will be called police of the world and we'll be feeding everybody and we'll be taxing our people and we're not building any factories for our people. We are not doing, no. I want to rebuild America. So the police of the country has said he doesn't have any money to give anybody. Make all man go there in own. Yes, but if you want to deal with Christians, he might say, okay, emotionally, he will come and disrupt you. But just they suffer with your country. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to sponsor anything. But just there on your own. The fight we want to fight is the fight that we like, not the one that your country or the European Union dictates. So now, UK has increased tax. Everybody's looking for money. Your country has increased another one. If you see the tax, they hammer in France. That one, because France, before, they are fighting Niger, they are fighting Burkina Faso, they are fighting, there's one in Guinea-Bissau, they are fighting Conakry, they are fighting everybody, because what happened is this, Francophone countries, France deceived them and gave them one currency. So he was taxing all of them. Then the young boys grew up and said, no, we want our own money. We want to be, printing it and we want to be sharing it. We don't want you to print it and take some money out of it and send the remaining. We want to be eating it and we want to make it, eat it the way we like, share the one we want to share. That's what we want to be doing now. Then France looked everywhere. He couldn't see. Then because Tinubu wants power, he came and told Tinubu, I will support you. I will help you talk to United Kingdom. All of us will stand in your back. We'll make you president. But then, you need to be giving us money. You need to be increasing tax. We need to tell you what to do. Then you will do it. Okay. So that we can talk to IMF. So that they can listen. They can give you more money. But the money the IMF is giving to Tinubu don't have anywhere to get some money, bigger one, to repay the small loan. So that loan now, there's no anywhere because NNPPC people say, we are broke. We are even waiting for Tinubu to help us. So oil was the game changer, but our leaders led us astray. We are here now. So just tie your seatbelts. If you know what is happening in the world, tie your seatbelts because Trump started all this and he is not backing off. Now, if you are 30 years today, if you are 35 years today, and you are saying, okay, you make money and plan and go to Canada, UK. If you're coming here, let me tell you how here operates now. I will tell you. If you are earning a salary that is above, in fact, we can even get to taxing band because most of you don't understand it. If you earn a certain, like the least tax we have now, I think is 22%. That's what we have. So the way we operate here is that if you earn 100 naira or $100, what the government will give you is I think 88 or 86. Then you go home. There's another tax waiting for you at home. That's what we call council tax, utility, go, car insurance, everything. Before you finish paying that, you don't have money. Okay. Then you said, okay, let me send it back home and invest back home because it can multiply back home. Tinubu is standing at the gate telling you, okay, how much are you getting there? How much are you bringing? You say you're bringing 90 naira. Tinubu will say, okay, now you have 17 naira or 16 naira. That's what we can give you. That's what is happening. So even people abroad that wants to be sending money, it is not easy. So now you don't have to waste your time, but there's a place you can waste it and get easier citizenship. You know why the easier citizenship is better? It's because you're looking at your retirement, you're looking at the health care. Anthony Joshua just had accident. They say that these people were breathing, but there's no ambulance. Okay, part of what killed my younger brother was inability of the general hospital to give quality care. My brother survived the gun bullet, but when he got to the hospital, after the major surgery, my brother developed infection and he died. And when he developed infection, I called back home. They told me, if you have private jets, you can take him to United Kingdom. Then, I was naive like you. Since I came back, I've been quiet. You don't know why I'm quiet. I am naive because I don't know what is going on in the world. Then they gave me a doctor there told me what big rich people are doing in their hospital, the way they fry people abroad. Okay, I said, okay, let me make inquiries. Before they finish, the private jet, the doctor that will go with us, the hospital that they will direct us to go to in Dubai, or if you are not going to Dubai, you want to go to France, there's a hospital that are connected to many wealthy people in France. That's where your Tinubu goes to. After connection, they gave us bill. My dear, we were to pay 210 million naira. And I came back here. I was thinking, okay, let me put the house on sale. Let me sell. Let me just make money and save my brother. My dear, I didn't go far to know that I'm still poor. Okay? Did you hear that? So when we say we are going out of Nigeria, we know that if we have emergency, you are on your own. I don't have private jets. I don't have instant 210 million naira to pay people. We are not talking about hospital bills here. So when you hear that a governor is sponsoring or they took a governor outside the country with speed or flashlight, then what went on there is more than 300 million or 400 million. When we cry of bad governance or bad government, we are crying for our life. So now, Anthony Joshua, the friend, they say they survive, but when they went to the hospital, they were running about, there's no any equipment anywhere in Lagos. There's no more. In fact, they say most private hospital closed on Christmas period in Nigeria. It's laughable, but it's not laughable. We don't have a nation. All we have are people that are happy regardless of the bad governance, and they are eating money. They are eating money from the corrupt officials like peanuts, and they are happy with it. They don't know till you have emergency, till they say your kidney collapse. Then that is when you know what is bad governance. So when we come here and tell you go and get another international passport, we have seen it where it's played out like, like film. And you'll be looking at like this, the doctors will be telling you the private jet company. And you'll be calling them, they'll be quoting 160 million. You'll be looking at yourself, am I in this world? Is it happening to me? Most of us, our parents, that is when our parents will start going to church, but we don't understand it. Is to go and alleviate the pains because they are very, very shocked. They go there to alleviate the pain. It's not that they are good Muslims or they are good Christians, but they go there because the pain is so much. They go there because they have seen what shocked them. That is why when you see your father will be quiet and you'll be doing something, your father will be looking at you. Oh, that's why when your father talk about politics, he talk about it with bitterness because they have seen it. Like we are now growing, we are seeing it. We are growing, we are seeing it, and we are like it gave me like my head shake. Jesus Christ, we are seeing it. We are in that our parents' age at the moment, in our late 30s, in our 40s. We are seeing what they saw that made them to be calm. That is what my friend was telling me. That now he has seen what her father saw, that her father would be like, you will see. You see, Nigeria, you don't want to get involved in politics, you will see. But she told me she has seen it all. Now, everybody wants to be vocal, everybody wants to be talking about politics, because it is when something happens to you. That is why we say Nigeria has not happened to you. Till when it happened, you will now make that call. You will now go and meet the doctors. You will know that your hospital is only equipped for first aid. It's not equipped for anything except you are that 1% elite that can do that and do that. Or the video will tell you that he's sleeping in private jet. Those are the people that enjoy Nigeria. It's not like you or me that cannot get 300 million instantly without selling land, houses, or anything. We must sell before, and we cannot raise it instantly because you go get buyer now. You get buyer. You go get people to negotiate. So remember, somebody might be in oxygen, and you are doing that negotiating, and you are still paying the daily oxygen. You are still paying the daily oxygen. The daily oxygen in the hospital might be 70,000 or 110,000. In our case, every day was 110,000 because it's a posh hospital. 110. So you are negotiating, you are running around, you are trying to save life. Till the person will now die in your hand. You've not sold the house. You've not even done anything. Then you started burial. That is when your father normally go to the church now and become a good church member because they have seen what shocked them that you have not seen. Then you are small. You didn't see it. You didn't experience it. So that is why they kept quiet. They were shocked. But don't be shocked. Speak. Tell people, go and get your voters register. No matter how bad it is, keep on trying. One day you will become Iranian youth that defeated Islamic Republic states. Do you know what it is? If you think the Iranian youth did this thing, the plan started this year. Their parents saw it, they are growing on it, so they said no, they cannot die like their parents. They have to stand up. Even if, imagine youth saying, kill all of us, we are ready. You think it's easy? They have, that heart, they are building it to when they say no. Imagine Iran. Most people have not taken their bath because there's no water. Most of you don't know what is happening in the world. Most of them have not taken their shower because there's no water. Hey, God. There's no water. That is why the government was funding war, funding process, funding people, funding everybody. Till there's no money. IMF said no. Trump said, I'm blocking you. Everybody said no. Now, the fight is now between United Kingdom and America powerhouse. So the elephants are now officially in the boxing ring. So you know who are the grasses. I don't want to say, but God forgive us. You know who are the people that will suffer. You know what is happening in South Africa at the moment. HIV drugs has run out. So people are just leaving. That's the kind, you will get the economic, this thing. It is coming. Okay? Because Tinubu said that he can only fund what his money can afford. That is what he's saying. So people that are on drugs that's, being given free should now look at their life and check where they can go. The countries that are still better, the countries that are still run well, the countries that are still in good shape. Please, if they say they don't need a visa from you, now you have to run. Okay? You have to run as much as your leg can carry you. Dominica is good because I will tell you why Dominica is good. Dominica is one of them country. You know, Marcos struck you people off like 3 days ago. Nigeria is no longer because there's a war that is being planned by United States of America because of what has been happening up north. So whenever there's war, many countries will say, okay, we don't want people from there. Let's know what is happening. Okay, now, this is a good new year, and today is the 1st January. So, what you need to be asking yourself today is this country I am now, am I living life, you know, the way I want to live it? Am I progressing? Am I the children I'm giving birth with the kind of economic situation the government, our CBN is saying there's no any money, that we need to work out the money and they need to take tax so that they can keep the country running. Ask yourself, how much are you earning? How much are you going to be giving to the politician? In fact, what is happening to Nigeria is not that if you pay the tax that they will use it. The problem, people like me, we don't have problem of paying tax because uh, major part of my youth, I've spent it outside Nigeria where I'm still paying tax. So, but the problem is, will Nigerian government make use of the tax that they are collecting? They want to start collecting from today. Do they want to, like, that's the question. Are they going to make use of it in a very right way? That is the question you should be asking today. You should be asking yourself, okay, today, this tax that I'm going to be paying, or this tax that the federal government wants me to start paying, healthcare, are they going to provide healthcare like United Kingdom is doing? Are they going to provide a nice transport system? What of insecurity? What about jobs? What about progress? Human capital development? Human development in this factors. What about those things? Are they going to do that? Because that's the question many people normally don't want to ask. People don't really want to ask those questions, but these are the legit questions that we need to be asking. We need to be telling people, look, this tax we are about paying, who is monitoring it? Because now, if you start paying this tax, they take like they said every 100 naira you have to pay 20 naira or wherever. Okay, if they take 20 naira and they squander it, they will come back again to you and say they want another 20 because this money is not enough. That's the problem. So now the countries that are still saying come to our country, the first thing that you need to ask yourself, how many years, if they are saying that between 5 to 7 years, I'm going to live here, then I get the citizenship, ask yourself, okay, how old are you now? Okay, 7 years. Do I have 5 to 7 years to give to this country? If I give it to this country, am I making sure that my children will get good health care? Am I making sure that my kids are secured? Am I going to make sure that like my kids will have opportunities? Okay, what opportunities are there? What are the opportunities? Okay, now, where will this passport take me if I get it? How old will I be when I get this passport? Because obviously, if you are 70 years, there's no point of coming to spend 5 to 7 years, then you will be 77 years. What are you doing with the passport? But let's face it, even 50 years old people, I encourage you because your retirement, your pension, I don't think that is coming because there's no money. Do you know the police force? Do you know how much they pay a police force that retire? Do you know the gratuity? The gratuity is not more than 1.5 million or 2 million. That is what they pay someone that spent 35 years serving the country. Most of you, when we talk about bad leadership, we are talking about after everything that you have become a responsible citizen, you have worked 35 to 36 years of your life for this government or for this nation What did you get in return? What did you get out of it? Okay, you get that 2 million. So that 2 million, if you have a very, very bad, a health care emergency, with that 2 million solve it? Okay, now you say, what can you invest in that 2 million with that 2 million? Okay, so that whatever you want to invest with that 2 million, will it help cushion the effect of you not receiving monthly salary or not being opportune to be collecting 200 naira from motorists again? Because anyway, police are not paid well, but they stand in their place of work to get themselves paid well. That's the way it was in Nigeria. Okay, so now, just like lecturers, they are not paid well, but they said, okay, hey, we have this handout to print. Let's make money and help ourselves. So now, when you are retired, you are not in that place or position to start helping yourself, because the government has said there's no money. Okay, our oil money, the NNPC said, they don't have, they are broke. So we don't know what happened to the money, and we cannot probe the past government to get the money where where they channeled it, or through corruption. Because we are good, if we do that, we might fall out, and we will not get another opportunity to remain in power. That's the politics. And I want you to be paying attention. I want you to be asking yourself that question. But then, if you are young, you are 40 years with little kids, and you know that, okay, if I go to this country and stay 5 to 7 years, maybe after that, maybe if I go there at 50, I'll be 57 years. And if I get the citizenship, I'll be able to give my children a better life, at least give them second passport because they are growing. Okay, let me sacrifice myself, because that's actually what you need to be thinking. How can you sacrifice yourself? Or like me, I'm sacrificing myself, okay? Because if I want to do what I want to do, I will not still be here, okay? Yeah, because but I have to be here. Let the kids grow, let the kids do things, because I don't want to deny them the opportunities I was given when I was growing up. So now ask yourself, can I sacrifice this for my kids? Can I go there, get into school, preferable vocational studies or medical school, then spend 5 to 7 years, get the citizenship, then get my children their own papers, then they can have opportunities and very, 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 very good platform to take care of their lives? Or should I sit back and ask God to help us? Because, yeah, there are people that sit back and said, God will do it. That is what our parents, most of them that the economy has destroyed, started telling themselves that God will work out a way. God never did, because God hates lazy people. Okay, so ask yourself, what can I do? This is a new year. Part of the new year is when you said, okay, look at what I want to achieve, look at what I want to do, look at how I want my life to start flowing. Look at, okay, oh, the investment I want to make. Are you making that investment on your life, or are you making that investment so that your children can have a better platform more than you? Okay, because obviously your parents left you in Nigeria and they were praying that Nigeria will be good. Now, it's not going to even be bad, because now the two elephants are fighting a secret war. It's about money, it's about control, it's about power, and Trump, as you all know him, he is not that kind of diplomatic person. He said what he wants, and if you like him or hate him, he will stand on what he said and he will walk out with it. Because Ruby is saying in his S yesterday, I mean 2 days ago or yesterday, that in America has changed its politics and policies. So now we have a new sheriff in town. You that is watching me, what are you going to do about it? That's that's some things that we neglect till we saw ourselves turn 70, and we start regretting. Oh, if I now would have taken this action. Oh, yeah. I was so I was um I was in a meeting and seeing the a woman that is 71 in our meeting. I think this woman, he took it took so many hours for her to understand, because I have to explain to her that part of the blame should go to you, because I remember that sometimes it would take so many things out of your life to rechannel your life. Is either you sacrifice your comfort, like I'm sacrificing, yeah, or you sacrifice your time, your career, or you sacrifice um your passion. Yes. Sometimes you have a passion of doing this, but oh, you look at it and said, oh, if I do this, okay, at the end of the day, how are my children going to fare? In life, you ask yourself. So all these things. Today is 1st of January 2026 officially. If you've not done a recheck, rethink, replan, and all that to come out with a nice 2026 goals or goal, then here you here you are. So maybe I'm reminding you, or maybe I will be the one to quicken you to think. Ask yourself, okay, if I didn't do any of, sacrificing anything, my children, if they grow in this country, they don't have another second passport to do things in life. If there's any war, yes, yeah, where will they go? Are they going to be at the mercy of Nigerian government? Ask yourself that hard question and answer yourself. When you answer yourself, you now come to the conclusion or to where we are today, because we are going to be dealing with vocational schools in Dominica. Dominica, let me show you Dominica passport ranking. It's not Dominica as a country is in 32nd. DOS is 19. SKN is 22. But the fantastic thing about Barbados is that it's smaller than the other countries, and they are absorbed easily in Western world. Okay, Singapore, Russia, Israel, and the entire European Union. Most people ask me, this European Union. Somebody was asking me yesterday, the list of European Union countries. I don't know. European Union countries. European Union countries are all the Western European countries, and their economy is second, third, no, their economy is third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, till maybe I think 31st. That's where they are. So if you take a look at let's say St. Vincent, because Nigeria, now tomorrow I'll tell you why I still have my reservation about this one. So let's talk about United Kingdom. Although United Kingdom will give you every country in the whole world, like 185, yeah, all the countries in the whole world, is seventh. United Kingdom was second before the fight with of America. Seventh, because their great is United States of America. So now that so it's affecting everything. It's affecting everything that you can think of. So now, United States of America, due to the fights, they are on 10th. Okay? You see what is happening. United States of America was, I think, fourth last year. So I'm just trying to what we know and what we don't know. It's Israel that went up. Okay? Israel went up. The threat to Israel has been defeated in 2025. Israel went from 25th to 17th position. Okay, so now all you need to know about the whole economic powerhouse is this, that as a Nigerian, you need to grab what you can grab, start making use of it. If you want all the list of the list of vocational schools in I will give it to you. The list of universities, I will give it to you. For people that didn't finish secondary school or finish secondary school with WAEC, you can be looking at vocational studies like plumber, medicine. Yeah, you can be looking at that, although you don't need visa. But remember my stand. I don't want you to go to a country where you don't have a plan. In Dominican Republic, you don't need a visa. Okay? You don't need a visa to go there. So in the paid Telegram group, okay, 2026, like I said yesterday, if you want to join our paid Telegram group, it's now 10,000 naira, and I'll be furnishing you with all the details. Yesterday, I talked about Canada. Canada is a very, very nice opportunity that you can try. About Canada is this. Canada, it will be very, very more expensive. So this channel is budget. Why it will be expensive is that if they give you a job, because you will get a job, but the company will say, okay, you have to come on your own. They are not paying for logistics. That is when Canada becomes expensive, because you and your family, if you are looking at the flight tickets, it will be getting to 10 million or 12 million. Like a family of 2 kids and husband and wife. That's 4 people. Aha. So now, but if you go to all these countries, you don't need the flight to be expensive. But the problem is with these small countries is that it will be easier for you to navigate if you don't want to make application for job, if you don't want to make application for visa, because if Canadian caregivers, healthcare, any healthcare company gave you a job, you have to go for interview. You have to get a visa. So getting a visa and flight tickets will consume a lot of millions. Naira is going down the drain. So the more the economy is so bad, the more you have to pay more in your own currency. Okay? Naira is weaker than it has ever been. So I'm in Europe, I will tell you, because we send money home. So we send money almost all the time. So we know when our Naira is weak and when it's strong. Okay? So everything that you'll be thinking. Now I'm giving you options, because there are people that will say they don't have money. They don't want to even to apply for anything. There are people that are scared of making job application. They are tired of it. They don't have the stamina for it. They don't want the stamina for visa application and the interviews that follows it and all that. They don't want it. They just want to pack their bag, get admission, and pack their bag and leave. That's when you come in Barbados, or you come into um you come into SKN, or you come into Barbados. That's why it's always good to make sure you have a plan at the first week of the year. So decide. So all this video I'm making of recent is for you to decide. Sit down, decide, take a decision. Where do you want to go? Where can you afford? Okay, can you sacrifice anything at all? Ask yourself this year. And what else can you do to start making money? Like, ask yourself serious questions. Okay? And if there's any problem and you want to discuss it, you can always book consultation. You can always talk to me. Okay? I'm always here to help you. Now, my guys, my guys in the that went to do the my guys that are doing a Nigerian vocational certification, Yeah, if you are doing that Nigerian certificate, this is your, if you have finished it, because most of you is supposed to finish in December. So most of you have finished. Olatunji, please, if you're watching this video, can you tell me in the group, in Telegram group? If you want to join our Telegram group, please, the link is in this comment section at the moment. If you want to join our Telegram group, the link is in the comment section. Please, can you click the link and join? If you want to become a paid member to get CV samples, everything, please comment in the comment section. Or if you want to get join the paid group to support and to build, to be in the community with us, because not only we don't only help you when you are about to go. If I tell you that I'm still dealing with COS people were brought 2021, 2022, I'm still dealing with them because, UK changed their law and here we are to do plan B because most of them, they need plan B. I'm still dealing with most of them. So it's not only when you travel that you don't need support. Even when you travel, like I've got people in SKN for Lucky, and then most of you know when they went. So now they have stayed. This year will make them 3 years they have stayed. So this remaining 2 years plus. So that's what I'm talking. So there's a place to go and count those years. Just go there and count the years. Going through school, be working, paying your fees. Forget about any early gratification. Forget about, your plan. You're getting that second citizenship for your children, for your future, for every other thing. Or in case if there's any turmoil in the world or the third world war that they say that is coming. So you can move to safety. You have a plan B. Okay. So if you want to sacrifice that 5 to 7 years to get citizenship, you know where you will be heading to. It's either Barbados, is either SKN, or is either Dominica. So you can start applying for study, vocational studies or anything, or you can come to the group and meet Olatunji. Ask in the group who is Olatunji to help you do the January registration, because I understand that most of them are most of the polytechnic and that offer that course are doing registration in this January. So don't allow this January to pass you by. This January, don't allow it to pass you by. So go and get that certification. Even you that is going to Canada, go and get that certification. If anywhere you want to go and get it. If you get it, then you can use it to look for job because you will be qualified, certified by your country that you can do plumbing, you can do medicine, you can do tiling, you can do painting, you can do all these vocational studies that gives more money than blue collar job in Western countries. Okay, the final one is this. If you really want to start drafting your goals, make sure that the country that you are going will allow you to bring your family if you already have children. But if you are limited in funds, ask yourself this question. How old am I today? In 5 to 7 years, how old will I be? Because if you are still young and your kids are young, then you can go alone and do that 7 years when they are still children. Because the reason why I'm saying this is this, because most of you get it confused. When a child is 18 years, they will be applying on their own. So, like, okay, I'll give you an example. Somebody did consultation yesterday. We were planning this Canada stuff and all that, trying to start application maybe February, March, for September. And I asked, okay, how old is your first child? And she said 16. I said, hold on. Okay? Because we need a country that you can afford to take all your children with you. I said, this is your daughter that is 16. Before you do all these things, do close your eyes and open it. She's already 18. And she's out of the equation. So what you're going to do now is to hurry up. Do study visa. Hurry up and take her in so that she will turn 18 inside Canada. So don't go through the route of job. Go through, if you want to accommodate her, So that's what I'm trying to explain here. Now, I'm saying if you have 5 to 7 years to explore other countries to get citizenship by naturalization, because most of you don't have money to pay for the citizenship. Because this place like Barbados, if you have like $1 million, you can pay for the passports. But let's talk about naturalization as people that don't have money. You need to spend 5 to 7 years in that country. So, what you're gonna be asking yourself, your first child, 7 years from now, how old will he or she be? If they will turn 18 while you are still in the game, that game is not the best thing for you. Except you don't want to give all your children the passports. You can say, okay, when I get it, I will invite her and she will live with me, or he will live with me, and build her own years. Or, okay, let me make money and go as a student in countries that can allow me to bring my children quickly so that they will turn 18 inside the country. Now, that's two things you need to consider. When you are a parent, you're not only going to be thinking about yourself, you're going to be thinking about your children, because you are now like um, a house that cannot stand without foundation. Because even if you can look beautiful, the foundation makes you to stand. So the foundation is that whether the rules of the countries will accommodate your children quickly so that they turn 18 inside the country. Because when they turn 18 in Nigeria, Otilo, they will become full-blown adults to apply for visa, apply for job on their own. So now, these are the things that you need to weigh. You see why you need to be in the group, ask questions. In the paid group, ask questions and all that. Because if you don't take care of things, you might get yourself in limbo. Imagine when you have gone there, spent 7 years, you get the citizenship. You didn't get for your children. They already turned 18. Am I making sense? You didn't get, so why? Because you're already old. Mhm. You are doing it for your children. So be asking yourself those questions. So if they're already going to be turning 18 soon, run to the countries that don't need visa. So you go there with them, they stay in that country and build their years with you. Okay, so now I'm going to leave you here. If you need further assistance or you want some personal questions, because it's not everybody that like discussing their private problem, you can come for consultation. All the things that you need is in the main group. The link is here. And if you want all the list of vocational or list of all these things or people where you can get job even in Canada, everywhere, I'm going to supply those information and all the things that you need in Dominican Republic, Dominica, not just Dominica, not Dominican Republic, just Dominica. Dominica, Barbados. I think I've supplied Barbados and SKM. So I'm going to supply all the information you need about Dominica in the paid Telegram group. Join us. It's 10,000 for this month, January. It's 10,000 Naira. Monthly is in subscription mode. So I'm looking forward to see you guys. So comment in the comment section if you want to join us, then I will send you all the information you need. I'll be stopping here. Happy New Year. But then, as you're going now, go and do your goals. Ask yourself some serious questions and you answer yourself. And you know what you are doing. That's the way we do. Okay? So I'll be waiting for you in the group. And I want to say Happy New Year once again. This year will be so nice. And we will plan. We will not leave anything for God, because God is not a man that work with humans that are lazy. Okay? God wants us to put action. Then he will bless us. Okay? That is what Genesis said. Any man, hard work is a blessing. Put in the hard work, you will see that you're moving. Okay? So, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye from here. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. I forgot. I've been talking. Please, Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Tell me where you are chatting me from or where you are watching from. And tell me the country that you want to go to, because most of you don't really know where you want to go. You want to do Canada, you want to do SKN, you want to do Europe, you want to do USA, everywhere you are there. Just choose a country that you want to go. Let's start working with it. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye.